Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Revisited. I'm Nye, and we are still at the Great Silver Shrine for the next 12 seconds. They probably went back to their headquarters, Galcian and Ramirez, so we should do the same. And they will probably be trying to raise Soltis from beneath the clouds soon, and Fina has no idea what will happen if they do. Nevertheless, we should hurry back. We can't waste another moment here. We can come back. If I remember correctly, Fina's ship remains at the tip of the island, if in case you ever need to go back to the Great Silver Shrine. And notice that we come back, and the base is rebuilt. Gilder has heard a rumor concerning Dangrel Island. According to his sources, Galcian's built some sort of elevator that leads down beneath the Great Cloud Sea. In fact, the elevator was there when we were last on the Dangrel Island. We heard about it. They probably built it to try to get into Soltis, and Gilder thinks that that's probable, and he bets they are heading there with the moon crystals as they speak. So then it looks like we know where we need to go. Let's try to get to Soltis through Dangrel Island. We need to stop Galcian. So the ship is right here, so if you need to go back to the Great Silver Shrine for whatever reason, you can go back up. So if you miss a chest, something like that, that's actually still there. And the entire base is now operational again. It's ready to go, so everything is back to where it was. Moegi's over here. Let's go talk to her. Let's see what she has to say. Hey, Moegi! Ever since the animals attacked, she's been worried about Prince Enrique and hopes that he is safe. She knows that he is strong, but he's all alone. She's trying to hope for the best, but she fears for the worst. Please, please, come back to her. Really wearing your feelings on your sleeve, aren't you, Moegi? So everything's back the way it was. Everything. All of it. They rebuilt it in the 30 minutes it took me to go to and from the Great Silver Shrine. That's wonderful. I like that. Okay, let's go see. Did Ryukan upgrade his? He did, I think. Did you upgrade? I can't tell. No, he didn't upgrade yet. Let's talk to him. Let's see. Modification will be complete by the time we return to the island. Okay, so it did not count as coming and leaving. So we will have to leave real quick, because we got stuff we got to do. We got to go back to Dangrel Island, which is an absolute freaking pain, I tell you. But that's not something we want to do yet. We want to go and come back. We want to talk to Ryukan. We want him to give me the best weapon in the game. It's needed. We need this. We cannot just not do this. So we're going to run down. And we need to... Hi, Brabham. Goodbye, Brabham. Okay. Notice that over there on the side of our ship. You see it? Over there? It's the same, well, it's the same thing that Vice wanted to put on the flag. It's still on the ship. I just think that's cool. That's the dedicated Blue Rogues thing. So we're on the ship, and let's go back on the Crescent Isle. Oh, that was a fun trip. That was a long flight. Yeah. I wonder if, what's his name? Ryukan. I wonder if he's done with his shop modifications. We've been gone for a whole 30 seconds. Let's go check on him. So, let's see. If I remember correctly, he's up in this direction. This little cave. Don't you think that they would have, like, done something to these caves at some point to make them a little bit sturdier or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much of the game. Ah, Ryukan seems to have expanded. Wonderful. Now that he has an adequate forge, he can make weapons befitting of some of our crew. Would we like some? Well, certainly. Let's go ahead, and we're not going to buy the Soul Sword. It can cause instant death, but we don't want that. We don't want the Moon Wing. We don't want the Dragon Arm. We don't want the Stone Blade. I actually don't even want the Gilder Special, because while it has really good damage, it doesn't have quite as good hit. We can go ahead and buy the Gaia Cape. That's good for Gilder. We got the Robe of Faith, the Plated Armor, the Robe of Truth. Is that worth it for Fina? I'm thinking about it. What's that? The Crescent Amulet. Critical Vision. I believe that just increases your chance of getting critical hits. Shard of Purity. This is, just random good stuff, but we have better stuff in general. If we talk to him, Ryukan wants to know if we've ever heard of Valorium. It's rumored to be lighter than a feather and harder than a diamond. Even in the hands of a mediocre swordsman who produce superior weapons, will Ryukan, the legendary swordsmith. If we're able to acquire some Valorium, bring it to him, he'll be able to craft weapons of legendary quality. But we have it. We are worthy of his finest blade. Yes, I am. He shall begin forging our blade at once. This will be his greatest creation, and may it serve us well. Are you done yet? Genius should never be rushed. Okay, so we gotta leave again. So let's go take another 30-second voyage. We'll go do that. Give him time to forge that blade, because, you know, genius should not be rushed. It would be rushing him to wait 30 seconds and then ask him if he's done my blade yet. But if we leave the island for 30 seconds and come back, then, oh yes, that was enough time. Wonderful. You know, I understand why they do that in some video games, because you're not meant to know that it's you just leave and you come back. You're not meant to know this. You're not meant to have discovered it quite like this. But then you do. You know, then you do. You figure out that all you have to do is take one step out of the village and one step back, and all of a sudden, you know, you have unlocked the next grade of weapons. Yeah. So let's go talk to Ryukan. We're going to get the best weapon in the game for Vice. It's not an instant death weapon, but it's an instant death weapon, if you know what I mean. That's what we're looking for. So, Ryukan, do you have my instant death weapon? Please tell me yes. I would appreciate it. He has finished forging the finest blade he has ever crafted. He presents to us the Vorlik blade. Since this blade was crafted solely for us, he customized the guard and pommel to fit his hand. This is the finest blade that he has ever created. May it serve us well. Now that he's... Yeah. Has he made anything else? I mean, I gave you plenty of that stuff. Nope. Okay. We're gonna leave. Okay. Thank you, Ryukan. The thing he says at the very end is a great weapon in the hands of a novice will eventually find its way into the hands of an expert. So this is the Vorlik blade. So notice a couple of things about this. One, its attack is a good 48 higher than Thunder Cutlass, which is really good. But it's the hit percentage that is so good about this thing. 220 on the hit scale. That's really high. Like, that's as high as Eika's, and she almost never misses. And remember, hers is the one that causes confusion all the time. So that's really powerful. That's a thing right there. I mean, that's a thing with a capital TH. You know, ING is not capitalized. It's a thing, not a thing. Get it right, guys. But it's a thing. It also looks pretty badass. But, yeah. So that's why we got the Valorium. You have to get both pieces. Okay, now we will return to Dangrel Island and go back to the creepy place. Why do we have to go to the creepy place so much? I do not need this in my life. I do not need creepy. You ever want to just pop your, pop that little rudder up and just go, dunno. Duh. Unfortunate that, there we go. Okay, let's make it a little bit visible. There we go. Dunno. Dunno. Dun 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 dun. Anyways. Okay, let's ignore that sky rift because I don't feel like dealing with it. Goes all the way to the ground, all the way to the bottom. Turtles all the way down. I'm just gonna stay under here because it's peaceful under here. We like it under here. I'm going the wrong way. You can go this way. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the game. We've completed almost everything. There are, how many? There are 119 chests in the game. We've gotten 112 of them. Yeah. There's only 7 more chests. There's no more moonfish. There's 2 more chams. We're doing it. We're getting there. Okay. On to Dangrel Islands. We've already been here. You might recall we were here when Gregorio died. And yes, that is the one thing that I consider to be the most important event that happened on this island. Gregorio the badass met his end. Yeah. So we gotta go back down the exact same way we did previously. So, even though we have a Death Star vent here that the main character can use to get down to the secret base weapon place and has already caused a lot of trouble, the enemy does not feel like maybe we should plug up this vent. In no way do they think that this is maybe a bad idea to have this gigantic let's just walk in whenever we like vent. And even though I'm flying the Delphinus, which is not only the most recognizable thing in the world, it is also, not only recognizable, it's huge! And yet somehow I'm able to sneak right up. No one notices me showing up here. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know. I love this game, but it has some inconsistencies. We were spotted last time, remember? We were spotted. And it wasn't just the scout ship. Galcian spotted us himself. You'd think we'd be a little bit more careful, but no, we're just gonna rush in, balls in, with sword in hand. It may be a badass sword. I mean, I will admit that it's a badass sword, but, you know. It's just one of those things, you know? Okay. So this time, I'm gonna go down here. Following mostly the same path we did previously. That's where you can see the blood stain where Gregorio died right there. Or that might just be rust, I'm not sure. How is this place already rusted? They just built it. There's pock marks in the walls. It's terrible. The maintenance you have in these places. Just terrible. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to turn to the right. Notice there's something else on our map that hasn't been there before. That big long thing, and it's a combat. If you'll notice, we are fighting a, first of all, look at this weapon. Look at this. This is the goofiest sword. You can't really even see it the way, but just such a goofy sword. If you'll notice, we're fighting a Lurgle tank. We fought this enemy as a boss once upon a time. Like, this was a boss at one point. We have reached that level of power. We are fighting bosses as standard enemies. Notice that Vice does a crap ton of damage. I don't know if... yeah, I don't think Gilder's going to get the instant kill yet. Okay, let's go ahead and Pirate's Wrath. We have just so much damage on us. But yeah, we're fighting, it's a boss. That's what it is. It is a boss. It is just so cool that this is actually a boss, and we do 3,700 damage. The boss just dies. But the game even treated it like a boss. So you saw when the camera went in and just zoomed in on it 3 times and, you know, flashed. It was trying to make an indication that, yes, this is, you know, this was a boss once upon a time, and now you're fighting as a standard enemy. Gives an Electrum box. It's wonderful. Okay, so we need to go over here. And now we have this elevator here, and we need to activate it. That's what this is for. This is an elevator. Goes down that long and rickety rail that goes over the sky. Vice hopes this thing works and doesn't get stuck, because that would be absolutely terrible. There's only one way to find out. Gilder has a plan. He wants to do this. Notice the grin on his face. God, I would be... I'll admit, I would be scared absolutely witless over this.
Yes.
It's an elevator. It's going to take us straight to Soltis. Awesome. That would be so creepy, but we'll be dead before we get there. Uh-oh. Who is it? Is it Ramirez? Nope. It's that jerk. He's back. Oh, boy. And he's in armor this time, too.
Hey, baby. Hey there, baby.
Did you miss him? No. Oh, no, it's Vigoro again. Vigoro's been thinking about her. Oh, that's scary. She can't believe this guy. He doesn't know when to give up. He's just going to crack up a little bit. But he's unhappy with us. He remembers us, and this time he's ready. He is in full armor with a weapon this time. And Vigoro is actually not an easy fight. This might be extremely surprising. You know, well, there's his weapon. It looks like basically a baseball bat. That's half baseball bat, half Roman candle. But, you know, you may find it surprising, but this guy is no pushover. He really isn't. Vigoro is actually kind of scary when he gets to this fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Glyph of Might up. Now remember, I don't have Enrique available to me here, so I don't have the ability to use Shield of Justice now. I can't. You know, I don't have half damage. And the problem is, Vigoro is powerful. He has a lot of damage to him. He can do a lot of things. Vigoro's freaking scary, man. He really is. We got to be very careful about this because he could just flat out kill us. He could. He could just flat out murder us if we don't do it right. So we're going to get the Glyphs of Might up so that way we can actually fight him. Random fire. So as I said, it's a Roman candle. It's a super cannon that he has. And it just look at that! That was 1,500 damage to everyone! Now the good news is I have Vice. Vice has Pirate's Wrath. And we also have Glyphs of Speed. And we have Sacrum. So that's what we're going to use. And not only does Vice have Pirate's Wrath, but Vice also has the Vorlich Blade, which is the most powerful weapon in the game for him. It's like he's amazing. There's no worries. because all I have to do is just heal up twice a turn, and as powerful as Vigoro is, he just can't do anything, and I will Pirate's Wrath for, you know, a third of his health. Now, keep on, that's only a third of his health. That was Pirate's freaking Wrath. It's the most powerful ability we have. And Vigoro just shrugs it off. Now, his standard attack is, his standard attack is just, thing. Notice he does get the confusion off, though. So we're just going to go ahead and attack. You're going to focus. You're going to focus. That's all we really care about, honestly, is focusing up. That's an attack for 766 damage. It's not bad. A counterattack would have been bad, but we're going to focus. We're going to get a lot of focus up. If he... this could be bad. Remember, Gilder has the instant kill weapon. He just beats her over the head with his weapon. It's fantastic. And Gilder's no longer confused. Okay, that's the news I wanted to see. Okay, so you are going to Pirate's Wrath. You are going to Sacrum. You're going to focus, and you're going to use Gunslingers. We haven't seen it yet.
Let's try this.
But yeah, we want to make sure to keep our health up, because I don't want him to get, random fire off and just wreck people. I don't want him to do that. That would be bad. And another Pirate's Wrath should go for another 6,000 damage. Gilder's almost gone. Now, you'll notice from the music, we've heard this music before. This is the music of the boss battles that are not boss battles. Here's, this is Gunslinger. This is him being a badass. Dance for me! So it's a line-based attack. That's a really cool attack. Doesn't do a lot of damage, though, but it is spread over multiple enemies. So, I mean, there's that. Okay, well, he's gone. Goodbye, Mr. Beefcake. It'd be so... Oh, I was kind of hoping that Fina would get the kill. And you can't do anything against her. Goodbye. Well, you know what? The fact that Eika's going to get the kill is good enough. And down goes Vigoro. He has such a Transylvanian accent. I lost again. He sounds like he could be freaking Dracula. But down goes Vigoro. I don't know. I kind of like Vigoro. I mean, it's probably not a popular opinion, but I kind of like Vigoro. He's just kind of wacky. Eika just got Eternum. The instant kill spell. Doesn't work on bosses, unfortunately, but it does massive damage. Vigoro gives up. We're the better man. He didn't think there was anyone else in this world other than Lord Galcian that could best him. But we did. We did. We did. We are better than he is. And we bested him before the elevator even got down. Galcian and Ramirez are down below. Good luck to us. Vigoro's not going to stand our way anymore. Looks like this is goodbye. The strongest man has the right to be with the finest woman. Feist just stomped him pretty good, so he doesn't deserve Eika. And Eika comes and said, maybe if you didn't come on so strong, you might actually be appealing. Like, that was a line. So what is he going to do now? Well, he doesn't know. Maybe he'll become an air pirate like us. But he's not going to be an admiral anymore, that's for sure. As long as there are beautiful women in this world, he'll keep fighting. He has some lines. You have to give him that. Vigoro has some lines. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Well, maybe. Maybe. Okay. So into the depths we go. The murky depths. There's not really much here. There's no treasure chests. There's not really much you have to be concerned with. You get this elevator here. You go around. This is just obnoxious. I don't know why they chose to build this like this. The developers. They want to waste my time. But, gotta go up the ladder. Then you gotta turn around. And this is the elevator. It's like a freaking lighthouse. That's what it reminds me of. It's like this big pressure elevator. This gigantic freaking door. This vault door. And I understand, the pressure down there and all that stuff, but still, it's big. It's this gigantic thing. Look at this. This is their elevator down. I don't know how did they build this? How did they hang this thing off of the island? Don't you think this would drag the island down or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much of this thing, but so we got this other big pressure door. And the game gives us a chance to save, which typically would mean there's a boss, but we just faced a boss. We just faced a boss. So we don't really have to concern ourselves with the boss, because the game does not like to throw one after the other, except when it does. But I say this, how many episodes have I named Boss Rush Mode for this game? I'm sure it's been like 2 or 3 episodes so far. This is the inside of Soltis. You'll notice the map in the lower right looks very, very weird. It's because it's not our normal top-down map. It's, yeah, you can see us rising. It's a side view. It's kind of like, we've seen this in Moonstone Mountain. Luckily, this level is not as bad as that was. But, the whole noise upon step can get very irritating. So we don't have to walk far before the game literally throws us into a cutscene. I love the textures in this area. This is just amazing. This is Soltis right here. The music is not exactly a happy music. And there's Zelos. That is the Gigas right there. Look how small it is. We made it this far. Hey, Galcian. Hey, Ramirez. How's it going? And that's it. That's Zelos right there. That is Zelos. I just said it. That's Zelos. That sphere is the silver Gigas. That's it. Just that small thing. But the moon crystals are all in place. They're using the crystals to break the seal. This is a terrible idea. Once Zelos is freed, Galcian shall control the greatest weapon of all time. He'll be able to call down the rains of destruction at will, and then his reign shall begin. The 6 moons shall obey his commands. And Ramirez says we may live long enough to see it, and then again, we may not. Because he's going to drop a boss on us. And this is the second recycled boss. And I can understand why they're recycling bosses. I understand, believe me. But this was the first boss in the game. Well, it was second. I consider it to be the first real boss, because the Antonio was not a boss. Remember this thing? I remember this thing. This thing is a wimp. It's nothing. It's like, why would you throw this against me? I've already proven I can beat things. Like, you know, I've already proven I can beat things. Remember I was talking about boss rush mode? But we've already beaten this thing. This was not the hardest boss back when it was the boss. I mean, back then I didn't have any magic. We didn't have items. I didn't have the host of tools at my disposal to just kick the game in the crotch. Now I do. I have all sorts of things I can do. So I don't know where they thought this guy would come from. What type of damage he would deal to us. I think it still has an instant kill ability though. We're gonna do this the normal way. We're gonna do the exact same thing I just did to what's his name? To Vigoro. We're just gonna. Okay, so here comes target search. This is the instant kill ability. This has the ability to drop an instant kill spell on us. I don't care. We're gonna set this up just so, and if I focus every turn, I think I can do a Pirate's Wrath every turn if I do this right. Because I think we have enough incoming SP each turn with focus to actually Pirate's Wrath every single turn. You'll notice this thing has a lot of health. So it's going to blast her. Well, it's going to laser blast. Very little damage. But it's it's not... Oh, right. It's petrification that does. Yep. You focus, and you lunar cleansing. Cleansing will bring him back. Hi, Gilder. Welcome back. You'll see that Fina quickly becomes a very important character in the end game because so many enemies have status effects that they deal. Hi, take another lots of damage. It's already half dead. Punch. Yeah, you do that. Counterattack. I take lots of damage. Vice is not doing like incredible huge amounts of damage yet, but he's getting there. Everybody can focus up, and then we'll get back to the doing Pirate's Wrath every turn. And that's the thing. That's where we're at when it comes to strategy in this game. That's why I don't like using prophecy. That's why. That's why I don't like using it, because you can start doing this. You do prophecy, or you can do Pirate's Wrath every single turn. And as long as you don't care about doing multiple enemies at once, as long as there's only one enemy you have to worry about, like say now, you can do it every single turn and not have to worry about it. Especially if you're focusing, because like, let's say right now, let's say the Eliminator here with one attack kills 3 people but fails to kill Fina, not only do I have enough mana, or SP right now, to pull off another Pirate's Wrath and take it down to 1/4 of its health or less, if it, in this turn, killed 3 of my allies and Fina was still up, I could get everybody back up right now. And it's not going to. It's no. And that's what this is what I'm gonna do. I have enough SP. We're gonna Pirate's Wrath him, focus, and you're gonna use Lunar Light. I'm gonna leave this battle with full HP. Everybody's gonna be fully healed, and we're gonna kill this thing. And everybody has full MP too. That's where we're at. Okay, go ahead and let's finish it. Come on, Vice. There goes Vice. And so Vice takes it down, and that's it. That's the battle. That was the fight. That was the boss they decided to throw me at. I know. I feel the same way. Lots of experience. I didn't really deserve it, but notice that Gilder is still level 36. We're pretty high up in level. We get another Moonberry, so we can give Gilder another ability. And Galcian was watching the entire time, and we would have disappointed him if we had just died. And we're too late, because the moon crystals are now doing their thing. We have the police tape that surrounds the room, and Zelos is activated. There's a really weird texture. And then it just starts going. It's creepy. He broke the seal. Zelos, Galcian is your master. Raise the lost continent of Soltis. From this day forth, Soltis shall be his castle. Ramirez looks to us, and Galcian says, farewell, this place shall become our grave. As they rise up. I don't know how he knows how this thing is going to react. I don't understand. But Fina says we gotta hurry because he's raising Soltis. We have to get back to Dangrel Island. I don't know how she knows that we have to do this or how she knows how bad things are gonna be. But we can't stay here. Let's go. We were so close to Venom. All right, back to Dangrel Island. But yeah. I mean, how does she know what's gonna happen? What's more, this is a very take your time situation. I could just sit here and do nothing for like 30 minutes and just go get a sandwich or something. But, you know, the game just says, hey, you must run. But, you know, what is the raising of Soltis gonna do that should worry me? That's what I want to know. Like, what's the problem? What's the issue here? Whoop, oh, there we go. Okay. So let's go through this door. We will get back into the elevator. Because apparently the elevator is going to rise faster than the elevator is going to rise faster than Soltis is going to rise, apparently. Though I was always told that in an earthquake, you should take the stairs more than the elevator. Oh, and there's the elevator. Wow, that was fast. I wish elevators were normally this quick. And now we got to run over here. Jump on here. And down the ladder. We're escaping. We're running. We are running for our lives, even though it seems kind of pointless. And this room was so freaking pointless. The only point of this room is just to get into that elevator. So they designed this room, had a really strange design for the girders and all that, and it's completely pointless. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so here we are. Let's get back onto the elevator, which somehow got all the way back down to us. Apparently, Vigoro was nice enough to send the elevator back. Thank you, Vigoro. He's a really sweet guy, you know? So, up we go. We're just patiently standing on the elevator. Oh, to knows, bad things happen. Oh, the elevator breaks. Oh, boy. What's going on? Vice flicks the switch over and over and over. He doesn't know. We've got to be kidding. Oh, this is bad. Vice is trying very, very hard. He's hitting it, but it's not working. So it's no use. There's no power. That's generally bad. Vice has an idea. Well, you know this is going to end badly. Vice jumps onto the third rail, which is generally electrified, and, you know, come on, let's go. We got to run up this before something bad happens. What do you mean, let's go? I don't think the same thing. What do you... Run up that? Yes, we're going to run up the rail. He doesn't know how much longer it will hold. He's serious? Yes, he's serious. Remember, if we fall, it's into deep sky. We're going to die from pressure. Some of us aren't as young as we used to be, you know? You don't really have much of a choice, bud. Because bad things are about to happen. Badthings.tm. Look, Solstice is coming up. You don't want to be here when it continues to rise. That is Solstice. That is the continent coming back from under the earth. It's coming. Run. And notice that a lot of it is very clean. Remember I was talking about the shadows in the deep sky? Vina, you go first. But yeah, those are the shadows I was talking about. The shadows actually hint that Solstice is down there, which is really cool. It's another one of those ideas that, you know, one of those ideas that the developers did think of it. And this entire island is breaking. And so is the everything holding this up. The bad things are happening. That island is going down. I don't know why it's going down, but time to go. Quick run. Now, this is not a take your time situation. This is a very much you can lose this little event situation. If you're running too slow, and I don't know how you can define too slow, but if you're not running fast enough, the railings will break off underneath you, and you have to start from the beginning, which is kind of obnoxious. Run, run, or you'll be well done, or at least squished in the Underdark, dying of pressure. Looks like we're staying well ahead. You don't have to go very, very far. You just have to go just that far, and you eventually make it. That was too close. Quickly, this way. Jump. Here comes more of Solstice. It's still rising. That entire thing is breaking. I don't know why all of them get off the rail first. Jump off the rail, Vice. Don't just stand there like a dipshit. Jump, 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 and there he is. And he almost doesn't get it. But hey, that's a compromising position. And there's Solstice. Shows up just behind us. Yep. And there it is. It's above us now. It's way up there. That's Solstice. And now we're back at Pirate Isle to see how they respond to this. Why is the ground shaking? That's a really good question. Why is the ground that is not connected to anything else shaking? They can feel it all the way over here in Ixtaka, too. Asapa doesn't know what's going on, because the winds are shifting. Something is very, very wrong. Doesn't surprise me. An entire island just showed up where none was. And here comes Solstice. And this is one of the... I love this. At the end of the day, this is just so cool. That Shrine Island, there's Drachma, who was in the area. Almost gets hit. So up comes... we got the boss music. And up comes Solstice. Now notice where Shrine Island fits. Which is just so cool. Shrine Island is part of Solstice. It's actually part of it. It fits right there. You'll notice there's other shrines dotted around Solstice. Yep, there it is. See, there it look. See how it fits in. I mean, it's been damaged and stuff since it stayed. I don't know why it stayed, but it did. But there's Solstice, sitting up above that big, you know, vacuum below it, which is really, really creepy. I would not want that to be my castle, to be honest with you, but, you know, all the power to Galcian. Apparently, that's what he wants. And now we have taken control of the Delphinus, but something's wrong. Have you noticed? The clouds. All of them. The clouds are gone. They're even gone from the map. There were clouds over here. Look, even as we change altitudes, the game still has that quick little cloud overlay to show that we have gone from one altitude to another. Like that. But other than right here, notice how there's no upper sky clouds at all? They're gone. Completely. Look, we're going through. See, no clouds. Like, they're very rarely there, but all the sky rifts, all of them, they're gone. They vanished. they're gone. Okay, there's the clouds from our sky. You can see them now. But those are gone. The, hi, Valua, how's it going? All of this stuff has just completely vanished because Solstice is back. It was the sinking of Solstice that caused them in the first place. Just such cool little things that they added in here for us to look into. It's amazing. Okay, ladies and gents, that's it. We're done for the day. I'll see you guys next time when we will try to figure out what the hell this means for us. See you soon.